Greetings, tech investigators. This is Mystery Curtain with your next big review. We'll power up the latest gadget, put it through its paces, and uncover whether it's a game changer or just another overhyped toy. After half a year of living with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14, it has become clear that this phone remains a strong contender in the budget category. Once known as the national smartphone line, the Redmi Note series built its reputation on great value, solid hardware, and aggressive innovation, but with the Note 14, Xiaomi has shifted toward a safer, more reliable, and more consistent product. That stability makes it a phone worth recommending, though at the same time, some of the excitement that once defined the series has been lost. Starting with design, the Redmi Note 14 keeps the same youthful and simple aesthetic as its predecessors. The camera module remains symmetrically placed, neat and clean. But this familiarity also feels somewhat stale. While competitors experiment with circular modules or bold central layouts, Xiaomi plays it safe, which makes the Note 14 a little plain over time. Still, the matte finish on the back is excellent, resisting fingerprints and sweat while giving a secure grip. Even without a case, after 6 months, the phone has held up well with no major scratches, peeling, or discoloration. Moving to the display, this is one of the highlights of the device. The 6.6-inch AMOLED panel delivers crisp, sharp visuals with vibrant colors that make reading, social media, and videos enjoyable. Text looks clear, movies appear lively, and everyday use feels much better than expected for a phone in the $200,250 range. Brightness is another strength, easily handling direct sunlight for maps and calls outdoors. The biggest downside, however, is the bezel design. The chin remains thick compared to rivals like the Tecno Camon 30 or the Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus, giving the Note 14 a less modern look. Performance is handled by the familiar MediaTek Helio G99 Ultra chipset, which, while not groundbreaking, has proven reliable, scoring around 423,000 in Antutu and just under 2,000 in Geekbench. Multi-core, it matches competitors like the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. Day-to-day usage is smooth for browsing, messaging, and video, with only occasional hiccups when switching rapidly between heavier apps. Gaming is surprisingly good for a budget phone. PUBG Mobile runs at HDR 40 FPS, stable enough for extended play, though you will notice frame drops when parachuting or swinging the camera quickly. League of Legends Wild Rift plays without issues, while Delta Force holds steady around 4045 FPS even in complex scenes. It's not a powerhouse for heavy titles at high settings, but for most casual gamers it delivers an enjoyable experience. The camera system is another pleasant surprise. In daylight, the 50 megapixels main shooter captures sharp images with pleasing colors, strong contrast, and reliable dynamic range. Skies are vibrant, foliage looks rich, and even backlit shots turn out usable with subjects clearly visible. Low-light photography is more limited, as expected at this price point, but night mode improves exposure significantly, keeping details in shadows and reducing noise enough to make social media posts look good. Video quality is average, serviceable for quick clips, but not a strong point compared to more expensive phones. Software has also matured over these months. The Redmi Note 14 now runs HyperOS 2.0.202 on top of Android 15. And each update has brought smoother performance and better animations. Circle to Search is a genuinely useful addition, while dual apps and the built-in photo editor make everyday use more convenient. The downside remains Xiaomi's insistence on pre-installed bloatware and occasional ads within the interface. While most can be disabled, they do take away from the otherwise polished experience. Battery life started as one of the strongest points of the phone, thanks to the 5000 mAh cell paired with a power-efficient chipset and AMOLED screen. Early on, it comfortably lasted a full day and a half, with around 20 to 25% remaining by bedtime. Now, 6 months later, endurance has dipped slightly. Under the same usage, the phone usually ends the day with only 10–15% left, and on heavier gaming days, it may need a top-up in the afternoon. This decline is not dramatic and remains within expectations, especially considering frequent fast charging. Speaking of which, the included 33W fast charging refills the battery in just over an hour, keeping downtime to a minimum. Taken together, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 remains a strong recommendation for those shopping under $250. It is durable, stable, and dependable with a great display, solid performance for the price, and reliable cameras. Its biggest drawbacks are a dated bezel design, software bloat, and a battery that has slightly weakened over time. If you are looking for a flashy, premium-feeling device, this might not be it. But if your goal is value and consistency, the Redmi Note 14 continues to deliver even after 6 months.